Protecting freedom isn't always as black and white as we may think. Historians found at least 14 local Hoosiers were part of an esteemed all-black squadron, the Tuskegee Airmen. President Franklin Roosevelt's administration started this initiative, and it was to explore what an integrated military could look like during World War II. This evening, I'm shining a light on two of the first African-American fighter pilots. Flying through the blue and white clouds, the red tails soared. In the skies, these three colors woven together like the American flag. Yet the black men behind those combat planes would fight for freedom in more than one way.
It was an experiment initially, but these pilots, with that determination and just the skill sometimes that youth has, the daring that young people have, these flyers were determined to prove that they had it.
And he did. And they did, right?
They did. They certainly did.
The Tuskegee Airmen, an experiment, since the military did not allow African Americans to train as combat pilots or to serve alongside white soldiers. Brazil native Major Charles Hall left his college pre-med courses and eventually enrolled in a rigorous experiment for a black-only squadron. The Hoosier would become the first black Army fighter pilot to shoot down enemy aircraft, protecting hundreds of fellow soldiers throughout his career.
I would see those fighter jets take off. They were 105, F-105s. I would think of my dad.
Charles Hall Jr. now carries the Hoosier Heroes legacy, having followed in his dad's footsteps, briefly serving in the Army.
People understood that given the opportunity, the African American, male or female, could render service, learn, understand, and do the hard things in life just as well as anyone else.
These black fighter pilots captured headlines. Their skills, intellect, and training proved they weren't just good, they were great. And maybe, just maybe, an integrated military and an integrated country could work.
They were humble as well. You know, it wasn't I use the word Top Gun. This wasn't just a fluke. This wasn't just a one-time event. And because of that, they paved the way for many, many more minorities and females to begin to say, oh, if they could do this, I can do this.
This was a mural that is in St. Louis.
The Indiana Aviation Hall of Fame just inducted Major Hall, who later went on to work for the FAA after his service. His legacy was honored just as that of another Hoosier Tuskegee Airman, Lieutenant Colonel Charles DeBow.
He just always wanted to try to make other people successful.
The Lieutenant Colonel was in the first class of 5 black men who graduated from the Tuskegee Academy. The Indy native answered the call first for patriotism.
The second reason he joined the United States Army Air Corps was he said he wanted to go out and make the 12 million African Americans in the United States proud. He wanted to improve their quality of life and improve their quality of opportunity.
Third, for family. He flew to make his parents proud, including his dad, a Buffalo soldier. Today, retired Captain William DeBow upholds his dad's and granddad's legacy, having served 30 years in the Navy. The Tuskegee Airmen set the example in civilian life too, becoming the first black teacher at Howe High School, instructing night courses at his alma mater, Crispus Attucks, and later becoming an IUPUI lecturer. These two Tuskegee Airmen and more than 1,000 other black pilots fought for the country in a time when it wouldn't always fight for them. But now, because of the red tails, because of these Hoosier heroes, the American flag can fly high. Families of both Hoosier heroes are working to preserve and, most importantly, continue the legacy of the Tuskegee Airmen. Several local organizations are helping to teach that next generation of aviators. But right now, on Fox59.com, you can learn more about diversifying the industry and training assistance for new pilots. Meanwhile, we really hope that you join us on February 23rd, 7:30. Mark your calendars. We will have a 30-minute special celebrating and exploring Hoosier Black history. Tomorrow marks